Do you have some people in your life, as soon as they call you or they say something, you have this like feeling in your stomach, and they have not done anything wrong, they have not said anything wrong, but you just cannot make sense of it. Like there's that kind of immediate irritation, or you know exactly what you need to be doing, you're ready, everything is prepared, but you're frozen, you can't get on with it for some reason, you're just like on a standstill. And so here is what is happening. Your body is protecting you from possible emotional scars exactly the same way it is protecting you from physical harm. And this is your nervous system. Your nervous system is essentially your body's way of learning from your past experiences and categorizing some of those experiences as threats and danger. And now, just think for a moment for yourself. As protective as this mechanism is, how has it also been stopping you from moving forward and actually getting the success that you know you deserve? Hi, if we have not met, my name is Shay. I'm a traditionally trained therapist, and I now coach ambitious women who just seem to be stuck in freeze and unable to move into action. To begin with, it's Christmas Day. Merry Christmas. But because it's Christmas Day, I'm actually in my son's room. So apologies for all the Minecraft stuff. So what we're going to cover in this video is all of those items. So what I want you to walk away knowing today is that there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. You're just stuck in a freeze mode. And I'm going to show you how you might be able to get from freeze into action. And so let's get on with it. Firstly, I want to make it really crystal clear that there's a lot of misunderstandings. When you're in a freeze mode or when you just not getting into action, automatically there's this assumption that we all seem to make. And the assumption is, I'm just not disciplined. I am lazy. There's something wrong with me. Others can do it. I'm obviously not cut out for it. Are these familiar phrases that you seem to be using with yourself? For years, this is exactly what I thought of myself. I would know exactly what I need to be doing. I know the steps to get to my goals, but for some reason, I just couldn't. Like, I would collect more and more information. I would just hoard a lot of information, but in action, there wasn't anything. And for so long, I didn't even realize this. Like, my nervous system or my body came up with such smart strategies that I ended up thinking I am being productive. I am learning. I am watching all the YouTube videos about my topic. I am listening to all the podcasts. I am talking to all the right people. But when it comes to action, no action. And my body created this very smart strategy where I spent years thinking I am being productive. So here is an interesting thing. I was about to pay a lot of money to a high ticket course. High ticket courses are great, and they can really work well if you're in the right stage of your journey, of your development. But I was not at that time. And so this high ticket course, say over $10,000. And I was about to purchase this because that was just another way for me to procrastinate. Okay. Because I needed to learn more. Like I already knew everything, probably better than the people who could possibly teach me, because I've been spending years trying to understand different strategies, trying to develop different tactics, and but I made myself believe that I was just lacking this final information that would cost me more than $10,000. So I do not know what would have happened, okay? And possibly I would have got some results out of it. But when I spoke to my friend, who is a very, very successful businesswoman, you know what she said to me? She said, Shay, you can take that money and spend it on advertising, getting an advertising company to do your ads for you, and that money would be well spent. I know that you spent already years studying this stuff. Your problem is not lack of information. Your problem is action. And she's a really close friend of mine, and she's a very successful businesswoman. And she could see this. She could so easily see this. And this was also another moment of awakening in this journey of thinking, what am I doing here? And then I realized this: it is a lot harder just to go and do it. You can't say to yourself, just go do it. Why? Because this is not a matter of mind. This is a matter of body. Your body learns certain patterns, categorize them as danger or threat, and now you're stuck. You need to allow your nervous system to relearn. It's not a mindset problem. And so this takes me point number 2. This is exactly what is happening. This is why the hustle culture, yeah, let's go get it, does not work, because it is not a mindset problem. It is a nervous system problem. And this is exactly why all of those business strategies that you are learning are not working, or whatever you are trying to achieve in your life, all those strategies, tactics are not working, because your problem is not lack of information. Your problem is not knowing the right strategy. Your problem is that your nervous system understands and relearn and bring safety and see all of those things that it once upon a time categorized as threat and danger to protect you, by the way. Now those things need to be relearned. And this is where you are stuck. You're not stuck on strategy. You're not stuck on mindset issues. And here is a very interesting example for you. I had a client, a wonderful lady, and she had a lot of trauma in her past. And I was doing EMDR with her, and she would be so keen. Like, I would talk to her and she would be like, I really want to work on those traumas. I just want to get on with my life. I have been feeling like this for so long. We planned everything. She knew exactly what we were going to do. And so the time came that we had to start EMDR, which is a type of therapy that we use in trauma treatment. And guess what started happening? She actually started falling asleep during our sessions. And our sessions was later in the afternoon. So there was no reason why she would be tired. It wasn't early morning. It wasn't late at night. It was right bang in the middle of the day. And I even actually arranged my schedule to fit hers to make sure that it would be suitable for her and that she would have enough energy. She would fall asleep. Her words were different. Her words were saying, I want to work on this problem, because she really did. She really wanted to actually make a change in her life. I have no doubt. But the connection between her body and mind was missing. There was no link there. And so this is how sneaky your body can be. So her body was actually protecting her from having to face these traumas, but that protection was unnecessary because we were going to bring safety. But her nervous system did not know this, did not learn this. And so I am inviting you, have a look at your life. What areas in your life right now you know that you could do more, you could be better at, but it's almost like something is stopping you, like on a physical body level? Just go and think that for yourself. You'll be surprised. And so I want to tell you that if you have been feeling stuck, if you have been in a freeze mode for so long, unable to do what you know you need to do, I want to assure you that there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. All you need to do is just retrain your nervous system to regulate into safety and reteach your nervous system that these are some old patterns. At one point, they protected you, but you no longer need to hold on to those. And your nervous system can learn this and learn to regulate itself. And so the final point: how do I regulate my nervous system? There are so many different ways you can do this. A way that I regularly use, a grounding technique, where you would use your senses to ground yourself in the present moment And so your body understands that this time is different. I am not in the same place. These are not the same people, and I am safe right here, right in this moment. And if you find any of this interesting and you want to go a little bit deeper, I would like to invite you to my free live masterclass. The next one is going to be on 4th of January, and I go through into regulating your system a little bit more. And also there's going to be a Q&A. So if you've got any specific questions, I try to keep these groups really small so that you would get a little bit more maybe airtime where you can talk and share whatever you may feel you need to. I am hoping that this video gave you a little bit insight as to why you just cannot get going through regular business strategies and regular tactics. They just don't work because your body needs to learn. Have a lovely day and Merry Christmas.